Look at how good she is at this. Oh, it doesn't say get a tit. It says get lit. Oh, you can't say tit on TV unless you say tat. You can't. George Carlin talked about how you couldn't say tits. That was one of his words. But it seems to me because he said you could say cock. In soccer, they'd be split in half, and you could do that and that like that. Yeah, I told you that story about when my mom, after we were always out at her family side of the place in Johannesburg, how, let's see, they were just dirty, drinking, playing guitar. You see, oh baby, do you see? The thing that saved me from being one of those people is my lack of ability to play guitar. I could have been out in the cabin in a dirt floor that burns down and you lose all your family photos. Oh my gosh. And I feel for anybody that loses all their family photos, all their memories. You know, you got to hold on to them till you're ready to give them up. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that happens in 30 or 40 years unless you started at 20 and at about 50 or 60 you might be ready to just burn all your memories, but we have to be able to reach a point. And so yeah, I could have been sitting out there playing guitar and drinking and what was I talking about? How is it I stayed away from becoming my...
something about a little tit.
Oh, yeah, so tits. But if you say tits and tats in the plural, you should be able to get away with it. Oh, it was the lighter. Look, see? It says get lit. And there's a reason I have this lighter. This is the best fucking part of the story, I guarantee. Like the Cajun cook. I guarantee.
I used to watch this show.
He used to be on like NBC or CBS morning show.
A little more wine. A little more wine. It was great.
So glad I got this show. I got a house in Hollywood or in Monaco or wherever the hell he's at. So his whole homeland, when it gets hurricaned out, he still gets to do the show. Get lit. I need lighters. Look, see? I got the Zippo, I got a Zippo there, I got a Zippo there. I got a big Zippo that my dad always wants me to use. He says, do you use that Zippo I gave you? Let's take a better look. Because it can get, you know, obfuscated by perspective. This is a fucking Zippo. This is what my dad gives me. You see, there's a difference in size. It's like, oh my God.
He gave that to me.
He gave me the knife. Yeah.
Of course it's yours. But I was very thrilled with that. I thought that was
great.
great.
He did. He gave this to you.
I was like, that's awesome.
$1.75 at the garage sale. Merit. Compliments of the Detroit News. Yeah. So you got all these different size things. I got Zippos all over the place. But you see, I've got a Bic in my pocket. Because the Bic is trustworthy. There's one I found buried in the yard out there that I just scraped it all out. Maybe ran it through the wash. I don't remember how I cleaned it, but it was buried in the yard out there, and it still works. It's the closest thing to a closed system that we're ever going to get. Okay.
Hello?
it's, well, you know, that's great. Step Danny just bought a car. I can hear it through the walls. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. That's what it was. You gotta have a Bic for backup. And every time you've got, I buy them by the packs at times, every year or so, 6 months. It's gotta be at least a year. But they disappear. And I carry a Bic until it runs out. This one's still doing fine. It hasn't gone down to that. It gives you a couple of days notice. This is the end of it, motherfucker. You better get yourself another Bic. And so this one's getting close. I gotta believe I've had it for so long. I should probably talk about something else till she gets back because, you know, she doesn't even know the story. Republicans, Democrats. I just realized earlier, that's something I said I should probably remember that. I realized earlier the numbers of friends that I have from the military, I'm not in touch with many of them. Generally, this is what you'll find. Like Chuck Marlack, I stopped in and saw him after I'd been out of the military and I was in his household. We were in Iraq together. I only know him from Iraq and some exercises between the chem unit, you know. 21? I can't remember. I wasn't in it. I had knowledge of him, and then we ended up in Iraq together, and we became friends, and then after I was out, I came by and I saw him, and I was thinking about it because I was talking about it in through a play we learn how to be adults or something. That I'm not going to even fucking link this to it. It doesn't apply. But what I got from this was I went and I saw him after I got out. I would drive around fucking country on occasion, wherever I was going to, and I would make sure to see people on the way. It took me 2 months to get from Gaylord, Michigan to San Jose, California. And only the last 2.5 hours of it, I walked up out of the dark and fucking scared the shit out of a truck driver, and he took me into San Jose from Pacheco Pass. I'm moving. When I'm going places, I see everybody I possibly can along the way, even if it means going from fucking over there to Chicago, back over there, down to damn Mississippi, and then to Texas, and then just fucking disappearing all along the way. It shocks you somehow, sometimes, how 2 months can all really feel good in a row. Nobody fucking with you. Sit still too long, people learn enough about you to fucking use it against you. This is not my beer. And this is not my beer. This is your beer. I drink this for you. So the idea that I would see friends. What I'm saying is when I'd see these friends along the way and family members, what they didn't know, but I didn't know either, but I had a connection made. Recently, I understood it. Every one of these people I saw on those ways, it's the last time I'll ever see you. If I show up, maybe call a day before that I'm almost there, maybe just show up, which is part of it too. Bob Bebout's mom not knowing who was parked in the driveway when the sun rose and I'm sleeping in the fucking driveway behind my seat, on my seat, you know. Sometimes it's the last time I'll ever see these people. But you do have these friends you don't talk to very often. And what I come to realize, looking at friends of mine today, and friends, you know, family members, older people, ancestors, friends, if they were in the military, they happened to be Republicans ever after. And I never really understood that. You know, I don't remember being allowed to vote when I was in. But it makes sense to me now. It's starting to make sense to me. They go Republican because they know that the Democrats don't have a fight behind them. And if they can go Republican, then at least they know somebody's really not just willing to go to war. I would call it eager. Like in Natural Born Killers. Next time, don't be so fucking eager. Gas station pump attendant, Juliette Lewis. And so that's what it is. And so you've got people that are more likely to be Republican if they were military. That's all I can gather. I don't understand it other than what I just told you. But then you got the other people over there with that poor guy. They want to beat somebody. They want to win. Most of these stupid fuckers never even went to the military or war, possibly. And they just feel little because of it. And they just feel like they got ripped off on not being able to kill a bunch of people legally, so they'll do it illegally. That was the great joy of it all. It's legal to kill people. How often do you get that? So what I was saying, baby, look, the lighters and all this stuff. Step Danny bought a car.
She got a car!
She got a car.
A Dodge Avenger. Nice little car.
Suit up.
Yeah. Avengers. I think we were just watching the Avengers earlier today.
Oh, that was Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
The Silver Surfer
Same thing. Yeah. Same diff.
It's all Stan Lee.
Is it? I don't know.
Stash Lee.
Awesome.
Lee. Yeah. Yeah. So the step Danny got a car. And the thing is, on the way home today, we were out in the world on the way home, and I stopped. I said, I gotta go into the Walgreens. Rich better have my money. Whoever this dick is that's providing my money, it better fucking be in there, Richard. And So I took money out because, well, needed to do it. I stopped in the Walgreens. I got a damn, as much as they'll give me until after 10 when I can get in there with a chain and a fucking 4x4 that follows me all the time because it's mine now. I'm been following him in my rear view, and I got him buried in a fucking shallow grave for the coyotes, and I'm driving his truck. And I'm going to go into Walgreens and I'm going to tie a fucking chain around that goddamn ATM. I'm taking it home. And then we'll figure out from the internet how to blow it up without destroying too much of the money.
Breaking Bad. That was a terrible scene. I have to skip. I can watch that series over and over and over again, but that scene, I have to skip that little part. I do. I've seen it plenty of times, but
I don't know how much of it I slept through. That's the problem I have.
That's
Which
an ATM.
scene? ATM?
Yeah, the ATM.
Not ass
I can't
to
watch
mouth.
it because it's got a little boy in it, and that's why I have to skip it. It's not him getting. It's not.
Why did we both do that at the same time? Get back off!
It's not
6 feet.
Thing that the
I
somebody
don't
gets
remember
killed.
this at all.
It's not that, but it's the fact that there's that little tiny boy there. That's why I can't.
And
watch
his
the scene.
mom got
I can't watch it.
suckered out
They're
of
just
$20
crack
in her.
smoked out. You don't remember that one?
I do not recall. This is a perfect example of I don't know how much of it I slept through, and it was very good, sure. But we
didn't
go
mean to
back
get
and
off.
back because I'd fall
to
asleep,
get
and so,
Yeah. I didn't mean to get you sidetracked. Sorry.
well, it was all about just,
Get money out of the ATM.
I stopped into Walgreens, get money out of the ATM, and I bought a Pepsi and a gallon of milk because I'm drinking a lot more milk than I have in a long time overnight. I really am. I'm finding myself, 2 gallons at a time isn't going to make it.
Oh.
I mean, I'm getting closer and closer to drinking a gallon of milk again in my sleep. And they say it's bad for you. So I got that, and then I went through the line, and there was a whole like gumball thing full of lighters there as I was there, and I looked, and I was walking up. It was my turn already. As I started looking, I said, "We always need lighters. They just disappear." And I said, and I grabbed 2 of them and I pulled them out, and I looked, and one of them said "Proud to be American," and the other one was slaughtered with an American flag. And I looked in this gumball fucking thing, and the open, and I said, "They're all fucking patriotic." And I said, and the guy said, I said, "Oh," I said, "God." I put him in there. I said, "You got any other lighters?" And he's turned around, he's on the wall behind them already. And I said, I don't think I could stand to be walking around with something like this with all the negative connotations it has these days.
Yeah, but that's the problem, yeah.
And it's like,
that you're
I don't want to be related to
patriotic, but
fucking anybody that's got a damn police brutality
different
sign on them.
Thing anymore, yeah.
And so
crazy.
I'd already found another bin of them closer to the register. And I was like, and I said, "Oh, I got it." I saw there was no... Fucking people. Can't even do that anymore. Unless you're face to face. People take it the wrong way. But you got to be able to use it for them to understand. And I pulled out this lighter, and it's the one that says, get lit. And before I even grabbed the next one, and see, I didn't really think that was a proper lighter for me to be buying, but I'm smoking constantly. If I'm on the backup, it's the only thing you want is for it to get lit. It's very important. And so I put that one back in there. I did, and then I pulled out.
I can't see it. What is it? Is that a banana? What is that? Is that
I thought it was a nude woman, but it turns out it's just a beer overflowing from it like a glass. And I said, you can stop now. I found what I need. And happy birthday, baby.
Oh. Thank you. It was the beer box yours, right?
Yeah, I can't be walking around with something on it that says get lit. You see how little people understand about people? I mean, if you want to get lit, get lit. But if you think I'm lit, is it legit? Ha! I'm trying to keep Hammer Time alive. He's too legit to quit, but he did when he went to gospel.